Hi everybody, my name is Olivia and today we're here with Brooke who works in props. Welcome.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you here.
Pleasure to be here.
I've always been curious, how does one distinguish between set dressing and props?
The biggest difference or the key difference is props are when actors handle something on set and they handle something within a scene versus a set dresser places things on a set to make it look the way that it looks. But props are things that actors handle.
Actually touch and move.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And who chooses what props are used?
Well, the props department is consistent of two different elements, the in-office element and on-set. So we have a props master who looks through the scripts and will break down anything that he sees that an actor would touch, that would be a prop. And he has a buyer who then goes out and shops for a different selection.
Okay.
And they end up having what's called a prop show and tell. And at that point, they meet with the director and the showrunner and they show all the different varieties that they have and they pick from there. Have
you been involved in that process at all yourself?
I haven't. I do mostly on-set stuff, but I love the buying element. I think it's pretty interesting.
And who do you work with on a daily basis, like in your department?
Well, our department, we usually have 2 or 3 people, so we work with each other. Okay. But we work pretty closely as well with the set dressers, just because sometimes there's set stuff that end up being props. For sure. We also talk heavily with the director and the actors. It is kind of the actors' department in a sense, in terms of showing them what the options are, if they have any input, and safety stuff, especially when it comes down to stunts.
And how to say something like
Absolutely.
A key.
Yeah, exactly.
A door handle.
Exactly.
So what happens if an actor or director suddenly decides they want an alternate prop or they want to forego the prop altogether? Is that panic now on your end?
It can be. Hopefully we'll have other options. Worst case scenario, we have to just try to reinvent what we actually have to make it look somewhat different. If they don't want to use the prop, then it's no big deal at all, because it comes down to the director's decision. If we are nervous about it, because an executive really wanted a prop in there, we'll kind of forego the vetoing to the executive at that point.
Okay, cool. Let's talk a little bit about your dad's in the business.
Yes.
Is he also in props?
No, he's a key grip actually, so very different than what I do.
Have you guys worked together before? We
have. I've actually gripped with him before, but we worked together all last year on a television show, and I was doing props and he was key for it. So actually that was the most time I think I spent with my dad. Yeah, it was great.
Nice little family bonding.
You know, I spent all my life not seeing him, and this was a lot of seeing him.
Whether he likes it or not.
Every day, 14 hours.
So if there was another job you were going to do on set, what would that be and why?
Well, I act, so I would love to do that, but in terms of technician stuff, honestly, I loved gripping. Okay. I found it so much fun, just heavy lifting and
I didn't know that
taking
about
up
you.
pipes. Yeah, it was great, but it was I wasn't as close to the actors, so I decided props was kind of better in terms of breakdown. But yeah, I loved gripping. I loved putting up flags and standing on big heavy mambo stands and
awesome.
Being with the director of photography. Yeah, so
that's super.
That's what I would have done.
There you go. Well, thank you so much, Brooke.
Thank you.
And thank you guys.